What is this? Did you seriously bring this sad little bento? It looks like something a child would make.
I spent all night on it. Please, not today.
Garbage food.
Kaori flipped the bento box open and, without hesitation, tipped it over the trash can. Rice and tamagoyaki tumbled down, scattering like worthless scraps. Yui stood frozen, her chest tightening as she watched her morning's labor disappear into the bin.
Honestly, whoever heard of bringing homemade food to a family picnic? It's so tacky and cheap. You should be ashamed.
The family fell into an awkward silence. Some relatives glanced away, while others exchanged barely hidden smirks. Inside the can, the perfectly folded tamagoyaki lay shattered, its golden layers smeared against discarded napkins.
I just wanted her to like me. Just once.
A single rice ball rolled off the trash pile and came to rest on the grass, still pristine, catching the sunlight. 3 days earlier, in a dusty storage room cluttered with forgotten boxes, Yui knelt on the wooden floor, tidying up as a quiet favor.
What's this? A piece of paper stuck between the old photo albums.
She carefully unfolded the water-damaged card. Faded ink spelled out instructions for tamagoyaki, with a note at the bottom, the essential fold.
A homemade recipe. Maybe if I bring something like this to the picnic, Kaori will finally see I belong.
That same night, Yui stood alone in her small kitchen, the card propped against the salt shaker. She cracked eggs with exacting care.
The fold has to be gentle, but fast. Just like the card says, don't overcook it.
By dawn, the bento sat assembled on the counter, golden tamagoyaki, plump rice balls, a sprinkle of black sesame. Yui exhaled, satisfied.
This time, it'll be different. She can't call this cheap. It's too beautiful.
She wrapped the box in a pale cloth, tied it with a bow, and tucked it into her bag. Then she set off under the cherry trees. Hours later, the box would lie open on a picnic blanket, the same morning's hope undimmed for just a few more minutes. But that quiet hope was a fragile thing, layered over years of humiliation.
Oh, you cooked again? How ambitious. Did you follow a recipe for beginners?
At the last New Year's dinner, Kaori had sneered at her handmade dumplings.
They're not that bad. I followed my grandmother's recipe. Maybe the filling was too salty.
And the relatives laughed right along with her, as if Yui were the family joke. After every gathering, Yui cried alone in the bathroom, silent so no one would hear.
Why can't I ever get it right? I just want them to see me as family.
But today, with the mysterious recipe card in her pocket, she felt something different burning.
This time, I have a secret. Something even she doesn't know.
She squeezed the strap of her bag and continued toward the cherry blossom park, her heart pounding with fragile courage. At last, the cherry blossom park came into view, its trees heavy with pink petals. Yui smoothed her cardigan and walked toward the family blanket.
The picnic hasn't started yet. I'll place the bento in the center. Let her see it before anyone else.
She knelt on the blue picnic blanket and untied the cloth with trembling fingers. Inside, the tamagoyaki glistened like layered gold.
It's perfect. Even the sesame seeds landed exactly where I wanted.
A few relatives had already arrived, chatting on the far side of the blanket. None paid her much attention. Hiroshi sat at the edge of the blanket, his back against a tree, eyes closed as if listening to the birds.
He looks so peaceful. I wish I could borrow some of that calm. Don't be nervous. Just smile and offer it when Kaori arrives. She'll see the effort.
She adjusted the bento cover to catch the sunlight, a quiet offering on the blanket as the minutes ticked toward the start of the picnic. Then came the click of heels on the stone path and the scent of expensive perfume. Yui's smile stiffened.
Did you hear me? I said your homemade trash is a disgrace. You should stick to store-bought like the rest of us.
A few relatives chuckled awkwardly, but most looked away, clearly uncomfortable with the scene.
Isn't that right, everyone? Yui's cooking is a family joke. No wonder my son never brings her to the table.
Don't let them see you cry. Not again. Just breathe.
At the edge of the blanket, Hiroshi opened his eyes. Something in the trash can had snagged his gaze. He rose slowly, ignoring the chatter, and walked toward the rusted bin. His hand reached down and plucked a broken piece of tamagoyaki from the grass.
Impossible. The double fold. Only she knew that fold.
Father? What on earth are you doing? Leave that disgusting thing alone.
But Hiroshi didn't hear her. His world had shrunk to the half-crushed egg between his fingers, ignoring his daughter's protests. Hiroshi turned from the bin and walked directly to Yui, his eyes still fixed on the egg.
This egg. Who made it?
He's asking about my cooking. Why does he care? I made it. It was my first attempt at that recipe.
How did you fold the egg? The layers are perfect. Who taught you this?
The fold was the hardest part. I almost gave up, but I kept practicing.
Hiroshi's hand trembled as he brought the tamagoyaki closer to his eyes, studying the creases.
Where did you find the recipe? This isn't just any tamagoyaki.
I found a recipe card in the storage room. It was old and stained, but I could still read it.
Hiroshi's breath caught. He stared at Yui as if seeing her for the first time.
The storage room. That was my late wife's. Do you remember what the card looked like?
It was yellowed, and the corners were water damaged. The handwriting was elegant but faint.
Hiroshi closed his eyes for a moment, and in the darkness behind his lids, he saw her hands again.
The secret is in the fold. She would say, not too tight, or the egg loses its soul.
15 years had passed, but the grief was still a fresh wound just beneath the surface. He forced his eyes open and cleared his throat, trying to keep his voice from trembling.
Hiroshi-san, are you all right? Did I do something wrong?
Do you still have the recipe card? Did you bring it with you?
It's at home, but I took a photo with my phone to follow the instructions.
Hiroshi's eyes sharpened, but he kept his composure. He simply nodded and said nothing more.
Did the card mention anything about not squeezing the egg? About preserving the lightness?
The instructions said to fold gently, to keep the layers airy. That part was underlined.
A short distance away, Kaori glanced up from her champagne and narrowed her eyes at the two of them.
Why is father talking to her? He barely tolerates small talk. Something's wrong.
Hiroshi's composure cracked. A single tear traced the edge of his cheek before he wiped it away. Before Yui could react, Kaori was already striding across the grass, her heels sinking into the soil.
What are you two whispering about? Father, step away from her. What did you tell him? What pathetic excuse did you make for that garbage food? You think you can fool him with your sad little story? I know what you are doing.
Hiroshi didn't move. His eyes remained on Yui, and he whispered so only she could hear, "It's her recipe." Yui's eyes widened as the whisper echoed in her mind. Her recipe. He meant his late wife's. She felt her pulse racing.
Father? I demand to know what lies she's been feeding you.
This tamagoyaki has the exact fold your mother used. Only she could do it. Until now.
Impossible. That recipe was lost forever. No one could recreate it. Especially not her.
The relatives stopped their chatter, sensing a shift in the family dynamic.
Yet Yui did. She found the card, and tonight I tasted my wife's cooking again, after 15 years.
You are both delusional. A stained old card proves nothing. She's just playing housewife.
Yui remained motionless, the weight of the moment anchoring her feet. Murmurs rippled through the group. Some shook their heads, others leaned in with curiosity. Kaori planted her hands on her hips, her voice slicing through the air. "Prove it. Show me that recipe."
Here, look, this is the card I found. The handwriting says, "The essential fold."
Hiroshi gently took the phone, his weathered thumb tracing the digital image as if touching her hand.
It's her handwriting. The loops on the F. I'd know them anywhere. It's really her recipe.
Kaori snatched the phone from his hands, her nails leaving faint scratches on the case. She stared at the photo, her face flickering between disbelief and something deeper, almost fear.
This could be forged. Anyone can fake an old recipe with a bit of water and coffee stains.
Murmurs erupted from the relatives. Some leaned in to see the proof. Others shook their heads at Kaori's stubbornness.
Kaori, you know your mother's handwriting. There is no mistake. Yui found it and she cooked from it.
No. Even if it's real, you can't prove she actually cooked it. The bento is in the trash.
The challenge hung in the air, cold and sharp. Yui's hands balled into fists, but her voice was steady.
This tamagoyaki. It's the same fold your mother used. Her recipe was thought lost for 15 years. Many of you tried, Kaori included, but no one could catch the lightness. Until now.
Silence fell. The family exchanged stunned looks as the significance of his words settled over them.
He's humiliating me in front of everyone. I won't let him do this.
Yui didn't know. She found it, followed it, and tonight she gave me back a piece of my wife.
I had no idea. It meant so much. I just wanted her to like me.
The relatives whispered among themselves, eyes darting from the trash can to the old man's tears.
Enough. You are all being fooled. A lucky attempt doesn't make her the keeper of Mother's legacy.
But even as she spoke, Kaori's voice cracked. Her mother's recipe lived, and she had been the one to throw it away.
I don't want to replace anyone's memory. I just want to be part of this family.
If you are so confident, then cook it again. Right here, right now. Prove you didn't just get lucky.
A collective gasp swept through the relatives. The demand was absurd. They were in a park, not a kitchen.
Kaori, that's unreasonable. You've already humiliated her enough.
Unreasonable. She made the claim. Let her back it up, unless she's nothing but a fraud.
A distant cousin hesitantly offered a small camping stove they kept in their car.
If I don't do this, they'll never accept me. I can do it. I did it once already.
Yui stood up, her legs trembling, but her eyes locked on the portable stove.
I'll do it. Give me 10 minutes and 2 eggs.
Yui, you've already proven it to me. You don't need to do this.
But she was already adjusting the flame, the old recipe card, vivid in her memory. With the portable stove set on the pavement, Yui cracked the eggs into a borrowed bowl. Her movements were methodical, almost automatic.
Just like the card said. Gentle folds. Don't rush. Don't overcook.
Relatives crowded around, some craning their necks to glimpse the pan, others exchanging skeptical glances.
Look at her trembling. She's going to fail spectacularly. This amateur doesn't stand a chance.
Hiroshi stood apart, his gaze locked on Yui's delicate hands as they worked the egg mixture with precise movements. The scent of sizzling oil and sweet egg wafted through the cherry blossom air, and a sudden hush fell over the crowd.
Don't think about their stares. Just the fold. Just the egg. Keep breathing.
Kaori's smirk remained frozen on her face, but her crossed arms tightened as the egg began to form its first layer. Hiroshi's eyes glistened. He mouthed a name silently, a name unspoken for 15 years. The first fold took shape in the pan, a golden crescent that mirrored the image in her mind. Layer by layer, the egg tightened into a perfect golden roll. Her hands moved with the confidence of long practice.
The second fold needs to be looser. Just like the first, but not exactly.
She worked quickly now, the rhythm of the pan a quiet metronome in the silent crowd. She shaped a rice ball with the same care, pressing a salted plum into its center. The skeptics in the front row leaned in, their earlier doubt replaced by a cautious intrigue. She set the last rice ball beside the tamagoyaki. The dish was complete.
That smell. It's exactly like her kitchen. This isn't possible.
Kaori's lips pressed into a thin line, the color draining from her usual smug composure. Hiroshi's breath caught as the fragrance wrapped around him, a ghost of Sunday mornings long past. The bento sat on a paper plate, steam curling into the spring air. Kaori stared, her hand frozen. Yui held out the plate with both hands, a silent offering. The steam carried the scent of her sleepless night and the hope she'd poured into every fold.
Please, Hiroshi-san, just one bite. That's all I need.
Hiroshi's hand trembled as he reached for the chopsticks. No one in the crowd dared breathe. He bit into the tamagoyaki and closed his eyes. A tremor ran through his entire body.
It's exactly hers. After 15 years. I'd recognize this anywhere.
Hiroshi took another bite, and a faint, tearful smile finally broke through his grief. A murmur swept through the relatives. Those who had doubted now stared in awe at the young wife. An uncle broke off a piece of rice ball and chewed slowly. His eyes glistened with something unspoken.
Kaori, you need to taste this, please, for your mother.
She didn't respond. Her hands shook at her sides, but she made no move forward. The silence grew heavier. The silence finally cracked as Kaori reached for the tamagoyaki. Her movements were stiff, as if every inch was a battle.
No, this isn't possible. The exact same taste. It's like she's here.
A memory crashed over her. Her mother's hands, the gentle press of the egg, a soft smile she never received.
I tried so many times, but I couldn't get it right. I never learned it.
The chopsticks slipped from her fingers, clattering onto the pavement.
I couldn't do it. Not like her.
A sob escaped her chest, raw and jagged, slicing the silence.
She found what I couldn't. The one thing that would bring him back to her.
Her knees buckled, and she slumped onto the grass, tears streaking her makeup.
I am sorry. I am so sorry.
While Kaori sobbed into the grass, Hiroshi walked to Yui and took her trembling hand in his.
You've given us back something priceless. From this day, you are the keeper of her recipe.
He turned to the family, his voice steadier now but thick with grief.
I ask that at every gathering, Yui makes this tamagoyaki. It will be our way of keeping her mother close.
He wants me to carry her legacy. After everything. I can't believe this is real.
A soft wave of approval rippled through the crowd. Someone began to clap. Others followed, quiet and respectful.
I'll do my best. Every time, I'll try to make it the way she would have wanted.
Kaori remained on the grass, her shoulders shaking. No one looked at her. She was a ghost at her own family picnic. For the first time in years, the family's attention was not on Kaori's harsh words, but on Yui's quiet strength. A cherry blossom drifted down and settled on the half-eaten bento, as if the matriarch herself was giving her blessing. As the picnic quieted, Kaori had slipped away to a lone cherry tree, her shoulders hunched in the fading light.
She's hurting. More than I ever realized. I should go to her.
Why are you here? Come to see the great Kaori fall apart.
Yui didn't answer. She lowered herself onto the grass a few feet away, her presence gentle and undemanding.
I hated that you could do what I never could. Mother's secret. You just picked it up like it was nothing. Every time you cooked, I saw my failure. I was jealous, and I took it out on you. I am sorry for the years of cruelty, for today, for throwing away your bento like garbage.
Yui's eyes glistened. She reached out and placed her hand over Kaori's trembling one, but said nothing.
She was never my enemy. She was just a daughter who missed her mother.
They sat together in the hush of falling petals, the weight of old wounds finally beginning to lift.
The recipe doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everyone who loved her. Let me teach you.
Teach me? After everything I did, she's really offering this.
Yui tightened her hold on Kaori's hand, her voice quiet but unwavering.
We can start with the fold. It's the hardest part, but I can show you everything I discovered.
No revenge, no gloating, just forgiveness. Why is her grace so painful? You'd do that for me? After I threw away your bento like it was nothing.
Kaori looked at their joined hands, then up at Yui. A small, tearful smile broke through the pain, and she nodded.
Then it's settled. Next weekend, you come to my kitchen. We'll cook together.
For the first time, they shared a quiet, trembling smile under the cherry tree. The bitterest page had turned. The old recipe card, still in Yui's bag, seemed to flutter as a breeze passed, as if giving its own blessing. Hiroshi watched from the picnic blanket as the two women emerged from the cherry tree, a quiet, knowing smile settling on his weathered face.
We're going to be okay. For the first time, I don't feel afraid.
The family, which had been so fragmented by the morning's cruelty, began to feel whole again. Yui and Kaori settled on the blanket, the bento box between them. Kaori's hand still trembled, but Yui's presence was steady.
This is how it should have always been. Thank you, Yui, for showing us the way back.
There's still so much to share. We'll learn together, Kaori and I.
Maybe I can be a better person. Maybe it's not too late.
Cherry blossoms continued their gentle descent, as if the park itself was knitting their wounds closed. As the evening drew near, the family gathered closer, the earlier tension replaced by a tentative warmth. And in the center of it all, the golden tamagoyaki, 15 years in the making, spoke the word that no one said aloud: forever. Autumn had draped the kitchen in golden light as Yui and Kaori stood side by side, aprons on, laughter spilling between them. Their hands moved in unison, shaping rice balls with the gentle precision that had once been a solitary ritual. On the wall, the water-damaged recipe card was now framed, its faded ink a proud testament to their shared journey.
I never thought I'd be able to do the fold right, but you never gave up on me.
You just needed someone to show you. And now you are almost better than me at the texture.
They both laughed, the sound carrying a history that had transformed pain into a quiet, earned joy.
Hiroshi will be here soon. Let's finish plating this the way she would have.
With extra sesame seeds on the rice balls. Mother always snuck in a few more than the recipe said.
They tied the bento box with a pale cloth, a silent promise now woven into the very fabric of their family. Outside, the last leaves fell, but inside, a new season of belonging had already begun. That evening, the three of them gathered around the dinner table. The bento, made by both women, sat at the center like an offering. Hiroshi lifted a piece of tamagoyaki and placed it in his mouth. His eyes glistened instantly.
It tastes exactly like her. And this time, I can feel both of you in every layer.
He reached across and clasped both of their hands, his gaze moving between Yui and Kaori with overflowing gratitude.
We came so far. From that trash bin to this table. I never imagined this was possible.
Mother's recipe wasn't lost after all. It was just waiting for the right hands to bring us back.
The framed recipe card on the wall caught the candlelight, its faded script now a symbol of restoration rather than loss. Cherry blossom petals, replaced by autumn leaves, had given way to a deeper root that would hold through every season. The lost recipe, nearly forgotten, had become the thread that wove them back together, and in that small kitchen, a family was reborn, one fold at a time.